Interesting question has come up a couple of times. Should we worship Jesus Christ? If you want the short answer to this, he never commanded us to do that. Actually, he commanded us to do the opposite of that and worship his Father, serve his Father. And he doesn't want people to worship him. He wants them to follow his example so that they can truly be in a relationship with his Father. Now, if you say, okay, I don't believe in the Trinity anymore, but I still want to worship Jesus. I understand why. Because, inwardly, in your heart of hearts, um, we go to what we're used to. We gravitate towards what is familiar. And now we know that, all of a sudden Jesus isn't God anymore, and we see things as they are, and we accept that finally, yet we find it hard not to worship Jesus. Okay, what's worship when uh, you basically don't mean to simply honor? Um, an act of worship is when you basically render sacred service or put Jesus in the place of Jehovah God. You are saying that literally um, you make Jesus Christ a God again, and you pray to him for guidance, for wisdom, and for protection without fully understanding. He doesn't come in his own authority. He comes in his Father's authority, the authority that his Father gave him. The reason why he has the power to forgive sin is because of his Father, the universal sovereign, Yahweh, Jehovah. You know, that's why he can do what he does. So it's absolutely necessary that we understand that Jesus is the Son of God. He is our brother. We don't want people praying to us for guidance. I mean, that's why we don't want to encourage people to seek Jesus first and love Him first with their whole heart, mind, soul, and spirit. And I know some of you are like, man, this is messed up. He's finally gone over the deep end. But if you listen to what I'm saying, the first thing Jesus said was the greatest of all commandments was what? Okay? What did he tell you? Love God with your whole heart, mind, soul, and spirit. Is Jesus God? No. You know that. Okay? Why is it important that we not worship Jesus? Well, the simplest answer is if we get used to doing that, even though he allows us to do that sometimes, until we realize that, hey, this isn't a good thing we're doing. It's kind of like a neighbor. I called him George for almost 3 years before I figured out his name's not George, it's Gary. He allowed me to do that out of patience and love because he realized that I truly could not remember his name. And I meant well. My heart was in the right place. So Jesus will allow us to ask him questions and to pray to him sometimes and to say things um, without condemning us because he knows our hearts are in the right place. But why is this dangerous? Well, the simplest reason or answer is, why is it dangerous to believe in the Trinity? Because when the Antichrist comes, in the guise of Jesus Christ, being able to do all manner of signs and wonders, being the most beautiful thing that God has ever created, what's his first message going to be? Worship me, follow me, bow down before me, serve me. You understand where I'm going with this? If we've trained ourselves to reject the Trinity, but we still worship Jesus Christ, we're still kind of in that trap. It's like that second barb has still stuck into us, and we haven't got away from it yet. You know, that's something we need to change. And I'm not trying to upset anyone, but I am trying to basically be Yahweh's mouthpiece. And the whole reason why I can do this is because of Jesus Christ. That should never be taken for granted or overlooked. But the one that dwells on the inside of you, the one that truly deserves your worship, is God. The reason why we love, the reason why we can do what we do without having a psychotic break or an episode is the very Spirit of God. What do you think the Holy Spirit is? It's the Spirit of God. It's His Spirit. He sends His Spirit to dwell in you and to instruct you in all wisdom. Who asked for this to happen? Jesus Christ. Absolutely. That's what He said He would do. He's our advocate. He's the one that says, look, God, Father, don't burn them to a crisp just yet. They're not blaspheming you. They just don't understand yet. He's the reason why people don't burst into flames more often. Well, anyway, hopefully this is understood by some. Thanks, everybody.